My question is, and I've pondered this, I've wondered what the separation was for, the amnesia. I've wondered that.
Because first, it is temporary, but there's a bigger answer here that we want to give you. Our friend just now took us to the basis of your question as he reminded us, as he is teaching his students, how to get down to the basis of pure thought and then to allow the momentum to increase again. So you didn't come with amnesia. You came with full remembrance of what love is. You came with full remembrance of what worthiness is. You came with full awareness of what feeling good is. You came with full awareness of what love and appreciation and well-being is, you see. You came with no amnesia about any of that, with a keen sensitivity to who you really are in a new environment. Friends, we know you are loving this itinerary. But if you came here every week for the rest of your life, you'd be saying, surely there's got to be someplace else we can go. In other words, you want exposure to new buffets. You want different intertwining. You want new desires to be born within you. And so you said, I'll go forth with everything I need, and I will build from the beginning a vibrational vortex that then I will feel the exhilaration of moving toward. Now, this is the most important thing that we want you to realize. This is the specific answer to this wonderful question. It's the journey. But those simple words, you don't really feel them the way we want you to. So we're going to break it down just a little bit. When life causes you, in a contrasting way, to formulate an opinion, a preference, a desire, a powerful desire, that process is life-giving. Because as life causes you to focus in that way, you summon life. And life that is being summoned is a wonderful thing, even when you're resisting it. So you're summoning this life, and we are joining the vibration of it and adding amperage and momentum to it. And then you're getting in the vicinity of what you've discovered just calls you into this path of powerful enlightenment and upliftment and joy. Joyful now. So we know that physical friends want to say, but what has gone wrong? Because so I get it, that the path is there and that I've set it into motion and the source has joined it and that you're calling me to it. But how come I learned stuff? How come I learned behavior and beliefs? How come I learned vibrations that cause me to stand in the current so that it knocks me down and beats me up? Why is that part necessary? That's really what you're saying. Why is that part necessary? And we say, it isn't. Stop it. Just cut it out. It isn't necessary. You're doing it to yourself. So then you want to say why, and we say, all right, we'll go down this path just for a little tiny bit, because there's really no point in trying to figure out what went wrong or why it went wrong, because nothing has gone wrong and nothing has been set into motion incorrectly. It's just that you expected to have some step one phases of your life where contrast causes you to ask, but you really, if you were more selfishly oriented and cared more about the way you feel, you would have guided yourself more easily into the better feeling thought, and you would have gotten onto your path of least resistance much sooner in your life experience. And your children coming forth are trying to teach that to you all day, every day. They don't know why you're making such a big, hairy deal over things that just don't matter. They say that to you all the time, don't they?
Yes.
Why are you making this something that it does not need to be? And what's the answer, parents or teachers? What's the answer? Because we need your behavior to be appropriate so that others will approve of you. Because we've sort of forgotten where you get your alignment. So we're teaching you how to get approval from society. You got to behave, you got to behave, you got to behave. And they say, okay, I've learned how to behave at home, but now in school, and my teacher asks different things of me. What do I do? Esther was in a restroom a few years ago, and she was inside one of the little rooms, and she could hear what was going outside. And there was apparently a child trying to wash his hands, and the mother was not anywhere around. She must have been outside, and a stranger was helping him to get the soap and to turn on the water and to get the towel. And so he was doing all of that, and then the mother came in, and the stranger, Esther is eavesdropping all of this. She loves that. The stranger says to the mother, I helped your son, and he didn't say thank you, and I thought you should know. And then she left, and Esther came out, having heard all of it, and the mother is standing there sort of embarrassed, and Esther said, our children don't know how to behave. We teach them not to talk to strangers, and then we tell them to be polite. What are they supposed to do? In other words, what is the level of priority? But it is a rare parent that teaches them to tune into source. It's a rare parent that says, smile, get on that high-flying disc, and happiness will be yours. Usually it's behave, stand up straight, smile. It's all about action and behavior instead of about vibration. You got to get to the core of who you are, you see. But no worries, because you bang around long enough, your desire to feel good gets stronger and stronger, and eventually you make your way back to it, you see. And so step 1 is ask. Contrast how it causes you to do that. Step 2 is source answers. Step 3 is you got to get into alignment with what you've asked for. You're just a little heavy on step 1, that's all. You're just a little heavy on sorting the contrast, and you're a little heavy on acting before you align. And nothing has gone wrong. Nothing is going wrong. But we agree with you. Life could feel better, and we want it to feel better for more. Esther just loves being with little ones. She loves being with everyone. But nothing is more satisfying than to watch someone in a state of happiness, of feeling good in this moment. Because she knows everything else will take care of themselves. So when you decide that you're going to be a soother, that's what we're talking about all day, every day, isn't it? Soothe the resistance. The best analogy that speaks to that is imagine a cork bobbing on the surface of the water. You can take the cork and hold it under the water. That's what negative emotion is. But when you let go of it, it will bob right back up to the surface, and that's where you belong, you see. So, really, we make a lot of all of this. We've been talking to you for a long time, even working the bugs out of that as we're moving along, because deliberate creators love fine-tuning, and this is a conversation of mastery. It's lovely to be happy, but when you're happy and focused, and the universe is responding to the power of your clarity, that happiness gains momentum. In other words, there's happy that feels like satisfaction and contentment, and there's happy that feels like passion and exuberance and vitality, you see. This is really a good conversation. Are you satisfied?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.